Here's my season 2 review for Stranger Things. If you guys missed my first one, go ahead and check it out on our page. It's up now. Season 2 picks up right where we left off, except now our actors are a little bit older, the characters are also a bit older, but that vibe is still completely present in all of the best ways possible. Whether it's with the music that's so great still, the costume design, the set design, the acting, all of it is just as good as it was in season 1, if not better. One of my favorite things that Stranger Things does with each season is they up the intensity a little bit. Season 1 is definitely intense, and I can see how it could be considered quote unquote scary, but season 2 takes a whole nother step with its entire concept of Will essentially being possessed and used by the Mind Flayer. Season 2 does a really good job of telling a new story, but still keeping it grounded in the same universe that took place in season 1. We're still involved in that D&D-esque story, but it's not just copy and paste from the first season. Instead of just having Demogorgons again, we're introduced to the Mind Flayer, which is a much more uncomfortable and downright scary concept. I can see how season 1 might not have come off as scary, as I mentioned earlier, but season 2 is definitely more intense. The emotions are definitely high as well because of this. We're having to see Will go through all of this again, which is very sad, but it's also severely impacting everyone around him, from Joyce to Jonathan, all of his friends. They're all watching Will go through what they thought they had just gotten over from season 1. We're also, of course, introduced to two new characters, Billy and Max, both who are very important moving forward, but I think that this is a really good place to start with them. I think they're both really interesting characters in this season. We get a lot from Max, especially as we know that she is very important for this friend group moving forward, but I think that both actors do a great job. I'm really looking forward to seeing more of them in season 3, even though I have seen it. It's just really interesting. This season does a really good job at continuing the character growth for multiple characters, whether it is, and I might be biased here, but again, whether it's Steve and watching him become this great person and seeing their relationship really build more between him and the kids, or if it's something like with Hopper and Joyce as they both get introduced to new plot lines as well. Joyce has a new relationship with Bob, and Hopper is trying to figure out a new way of essentially living as he's now taking Elle under his wing and kind of turning her into his daughter. We see a lot of complex things happen with Hopper as Elle is essentially becoming his daughter, which it's not much of a replacement as much as it is just something that gives him comfort and makes him feel like a father again, which really is one of the highest callings for him in his entire life in the story. This season just has a lot of really interesting plot lines that all come together and work really well, and honestly, it's just a really good time. However, at the same time, there are some slower arcs, especially episode 7, that just kind of feel out of place and do pull this down from where I rank it compared to season 1. Now, that's not to say that this isn't a good season. The final episode of this season is such a great episode. I love the ending with the snowball dance. I think it's incredibly emotional, especially everything with Dustin. This is still a great season of Stranger Things. I just do think that season 1 is better.